Oh, we
Hello.
adore you too. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like our reading. Of course. J Action 009.
Always got to be here.
Here he comes, actually.
Oh, there we go.
He knew.
He knew.
He knew Angela was going to be here. So he was like, I got to make an appearance.
All right, so let's get right into it. It's been confirmed now. It's no longer a rumor.
Rumors. No more.
7 seasons, 7
It is
books.
official. We are getting a Harry Potter TV show. And what else? Rowling is involved.
Yeah, I think we need to just get that out of the way first because it's, let's get the
man.
controversial.
The man, the myth, the cat.
The Jackson.
Right. What a nice man. And they're the Bobans.
Because I think the fact that Rowling is involved is going to be
Controversial for people.
controversial. I mean, at this point, I think
Hi, Katie.
At this point,
Welcome.
I think with Rowling, it's just you've made up your mind, and there's nothing that's going to change your mind.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I'm not going to try to. With Rowling involved, I mean, usually a show is better when the author is involved.
Hi, Anna.
Hello.
Yes. Gotta love the Golden Girls, right? Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. So Katie and I discussed this a little bit, and what happened was Warner Brothers tried to buy Rowling out of the rights,
Yeah.
and Rowling supposedly asked for like an insane amount of money, and
Yeah, she did. Like
and-
multi-billion dollars.
yeah, crazy money, and they were like, yeah, no, which I think on her part is smart. She wants to retain the rights to her work.
Well, yeah.
And now they've announced that she will have involvement. I don't know what the extent of the involvement is going to be. No, I agree. She should never give up the rights to her work, and no, I don't think she ever would, which is why she just spit out like a stupid number. If you own the rights to something like Harry Potter, or at least the books, like, no, don't give that up. Never give that up. Absolutely not.
No, definitely not.
I don't know if her involvement will be to the extent that say it was with Chris Columbus on Sorcerer's Stone. Probably not.
She's an executive producer. She will not be working directly with the staff. She's like a creative
Consultant. Kind of. No, I agree, Katie. She doesn't need the money, but she does need to protect the integrity of it. Like, do the story justice, etc. We are, Melanie, we are discussing the plans for the new Harry Potter reboot.
We're just getting out of the way. We're touching on the J.K. Rowling involvement.
Right.
Getting the controversy out of the way, so we can focus
figured
on other aspects.
We might as well discuss it because you have the same shirt? Yes, Mike. Yes, awesome. Angela says she pictures Rowling saying, $1 million.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
That would be great.
But yeah, Melanie, that's what we're talking about today, is the Harry Potter reboot TV show. The officialness of it.
I do have to throw the tinfoil hat on for 1 second and just ask you, do you think Warner Brothers wanted her involved simply for the publicity and the controversy to bring attention to the show?
No. Because they wanted to buy her out so that they could get Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson in on it. And Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson came out and said, we will not work on anything if Rowling is involved in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was a big news story, like Emma Watson is protesting the show. Like, she wants nothing to do with it.
See, another reason why I don't like
I don't know if she's like protesting the show completely or protesting her
because
having
Rowling's
any involvement in it.
I'm honestly glad that the original cast won't be a part of it. Although I did see that Rupert Grint came out and said that he would be interested in doing it in any capacity. Like, he would be interested in being involved somehow, which I thought was really cool.
Have Rupert Grint come in and just play Arthur Weasley.
That would be kind of great. Mike just said he'd be a great Mr. Weasley.
See, yeah, he would.
Ephedria is saying that they're getting excited if the show would, quote, get more diverse and other pessimistic JKR stuff. I personally wanted to stick to the source material. Get it more diverse. Okay, so I think the thing that people need to understand about Harry Potter and diversity is that Harry Potter was written to take place in the early 90s, and also Harry Potter was first published in 1997. So you need to put the story and when it was published in its place. If she had been
what does that have to do with diversity?
I'm getting there. I'm not done.
Okay.
If she had published the book in 2022 or 2020 or whatever, she could probably populate it with a lot more diverse characters. But back in 1997, we were still struggling with the idea of gay people being mainstream. That was just becoming a thing. And we've gone leaps and bounds since 1997 to today, where trans people are accepted and gay people are accepted and bi and non-binary, and we have all these things that are out now that were not necessarily a thing back when Rowling was even writing Harry Potter. So she was writing this book with the aim to get published with a story that was set in 1990, 1991. So you have to put it in its context. I think if she were writing today, she would have a lot more freedom to do that. If she had included all that stuff way back in the day, maybe she wouldn't have even gotten published. Mm-hmm. Times have changed so drastically between the time that Philosopher's Stone was first published to today. And I think people need to kind of take that into context a little bit.
I still don't get why that. Okay. Because we're talking about the show and the diversity. I mean, as far as the show goes, they could add diversity. There's a lot of characters she never describes their appearances.
Yeah, you could. You could definitely do that.
Like you said, Harry is never described as some white kid.
No, I'm just saying. Ephedria is saying stick to the source material.
I'm just saying that you can stick to the source material while still keeping diversity involved, because like Harry doesn't have to be white.
He doesn't.
I don't think Hermione is ever described.
Hermione's skin color is never specified. She has really, really curly hair. I think her eyes are brown. So she could literally be whatever you want.
And then as far as like gender specific goes, I mean, you're gonna have so many kids. The only people that we know of their gender are the people we have direct contact with in the story. So you can definitely have someone who is transgender in there. You can have some gay characters.
But even where gender is specified, you could still have them be a trans person. So if it says Terry Boot laid his books on the table, he could be a trans boy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a lot of room to add diversity. I don't think you have to stray away from the source material to add diversity.
No, I guess the point I was making was don't hate on the source material for not specifically including characters that are of a certain minority, and that she doesn't out and out say this person is this person, like Terry Boot blah 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 was the new trans boy. Like, you could make that character trans even though she doesn't state it in the text. You could assume that character is trans. I'm just saying, don't hate on the source material for now out and out saying this character is this character is this. There's enough openness to include it, but don't hate on the original material because it's not there.
I don't think anyone was hating on the original source material.
People are.
They wouldn't change her character, but making Draco and Harry into a thing would.
Well, Draco is very specifically pale, blonde, with blue eyes.
Yeah, like there are some characters who are described. Like, let's
Ron.
face it, Ron couldn't be black.
No, he's pale. He has red hair and freckles.
Yeah. He's
all of the
he's
Weasleys
specifically described in that way.
And
But-
all of the Weasleys
But
share
most
those
of the
traits.
characters don't have those all-out descriptions.
Yeah, you could really play with a lot of things with a lot of those characters, because the most she gives you is like hair color and eye color. And like you can go a lot of places with that. Yeah, Ephedria is like, yeah, people are definitely hating on the material for that. Which is the only reason why I brought it up, because I've read a lot of articles and tweets and a lot of things where people are like, after all this stuff happened with Rowling, they're like, yeah, the Harry Potter books aren't inclusive enough.
Yeah, I've kind of avoided those articles. She would know Jewish people who don't see Harry Potter same space. Oh, yeah, because of the goblins, right?
Oh yeah, I've read about that with the
Mm.
goblins. Yep, I know what you're talking about with the goblins. Yep.
And Draco is having a romantic vibe. Oh yeah, then it's just a fan fiction, Anna.
Oh, got you.
you get
Yeah,
Draco and
no,
Harry
you can't
together.
have Harry and Draco have romantic vibes. Yeah, then it's just a fan fiction. Yeah, the goblins thing. I read actually read quite a bit about that, where they talked about the goblins and Rowling and blah blah blah. And I don't really think there's a lot of weight to that personally, but that is a subject for another time. Right now, we're talking about the show, and now that we've got the uncomfortable stuff out of the way, we can have fun. Yeah, that was in fantasy even before Rowling was even born. I agree. And those characteristics, etc., like all that stuff was already there. Rowling just delved into tropes and ideas that were already existing with the goblins. That's what I think.
Yeah,
But we're not going there.
I won't get into it. Honestly, you can look up a clip from Jon Stewart on this, and he kind of dives into it, and he shows the article and stuff and talks about it.
I think I've watched it.
It's informative, but also funny, because,
Well,
Jon
yeah.
Stewart, so...
Also, I'm not wearing my glasses today, so I'm kind of squinting a little bit at the text. Don't mind me if I look weird.
But yeah, part of the reason why I think Rowling's there, I think they're trying to get publicity, dig up controversy. That's part of the reason why.
Talk about the clicks, baby.
Exactly. I mean, I'm also... I don't want to say I'm a true believer in it, but the whole thing with Rowling happened right before the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter. Maybe it was a little bit of a publicity stunt. I don't know. Maybe not.
After listening to the podcast, I don't think so. But I will throw this out here. In an article that Katie actually sent me, they mentioned that Emma Watson is all up in arms about Rowling.
Mm-hmm.
Yet she has done nothing or said anything or made any kind of statement about Ezra Miller, who is a main cast member of Fantastic Beasts, who pretty much abducted a teenage girl.
Oh, yeah, Flash.
Yeah.
He's the Flash. Yeah.
And she has said nothing about it.
Yeah, that happened like a few months ago. I'm actually shocked that had such little publicity. I remember seeing the article. It was like a big thing for like 2 days, and then it just was over.
Just Just gonna say it. Maybe because it was a native girl.
I don't know.
I'm saying she was a Native American. If she was blonde with blue eyes, it probably would have been national news because that's how it works.
Anyways, so on the show,
No, it's okay, Melanie. You're good. We were just kind of still going over the controversy stuff. We haven't delved into the show aspect at all.
we kind of talked about it when
I think Order of the Phoenix should be 2 seasons, just saying. And even Goblet of Fire could potentially be 2 seasons, just saying. There. Refocus.
we kind of talked about it last time, but I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Like, I'm excited, but I don't know at the same time, because you know, there have been some shows that left a bad taste
or
in my
more
mouth.
episodes. Or more episodes. That would also be good. Just a longer couple of seasons. I would accept that as well. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't know how many episodes each season's gonna be. We might get like 20 episodes in a season.
You read our minds. We were so we were compiling a cast list. We want to do like a who we would pick to play the characters, and Matt Smith was definitely on our list. Heck yes.
Can you guess for who?
Can you guess for what? Yeah, what character do you think we want Matt Smith to play?
I feel like there's only maybe 2 characters Matt Smith could really play. Three characters that I could see Matt Smith playing.
Yeah, I want to know what you all think. Matt Smith as Voldy.
That's one of them that I could see. Not who we put down, but yeah, I could definitely
That's a
see
possibility, but yeah, that's not who we picked to play Voldemort. But that is a good choice.
Katie got it. Yeah, Lucius.
Katie got it. Lucius.
He already looks good in the white wig.
Now, listen,
he's all set.
Specifically to Katie. Jason Isaacs was perfect in every way. He was flawless. But at this point, and my heart breaks to say it, he is probably too old to play the part at this point. Oh, it's making me sad.
He might be able to play Dumbledore.
Jason Isaacs is like in my heart. Yes. He was so good, right? And if he could play Lucius all over again, I would love it. But I feel like they might think he's too old. I don't know. I can't.
I mean, if not him,
He's one of my all-time favorites. Love him.
not him for Dumbledore, probably Ian.
See, he's
Gandalf.
too young. He's too young to play Dumbledore. He's not that old.
Gandalf?
No, Jason Isaac.
Oh,
Not that old, but like Lucius is. I don't know. I'd like
get
to see him
Gandalf
back.
to play him. I actually found out that he almost did.
Get Ian McKellen to play Dumbledore.
Yeah. Ian McKellen almost got the role. They asked him to after the original Dumbledore died, but he was friends with him, and he didn't feel right taking up the role after he passed away. And also, he was doing Gandalf at the time, and he said he didn't want to do this basically the same character twice. This old, powerful wizard.
I think Ian McKellen now would be a great choice.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been saying for years that Potter should have been a TV show, not a film series, because you could just go all out and include everything.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as they stick to the source material, just stick to the source material and include what you need to include. We don't need new interpretations on what characters would do. No, just do what the book says because it's good. Just do it.
And it's a double-edged sword, really.
Because we got that with Game of Thrones, where they're like, we're just gonna, even though, okay, they didn't have story, so whatever. But they thought they knew the characters, and then they were just like, we're gonna do this, and it sucked. So just stick to the source material, because it's good.
It's a double-edged sword, really, because you have all this space to basically put everything in, but then you have no excuse in the end, if you're HBO, to not do a good job.
Ah,
But I see Harry Potter as classic literature,
I
like A
agree.
Christmas Carol, Little Women, Peter Pan, adapted over and over again.
I agree. I would. The only thing that sets Potter apart from Peter Pan, Little Women, is just the fact that it's not old enough yet to be considered classic literature. But I think the further in time we go, the more we will look at Potter as true classic literature. Um, yeah, it's a lot harder to adapt 7 books, especially when one is like 800 something pages. Um, but I'm ready for a new interpretation.
HBO Max. So HBO Max is now becoming Max, which is basically the merger of HBO, Discovery, and Warner Brothers. So it's the same thing. It's just the new company. It's basically just Warner Brothers after all this merging happens. So it's same company, just different name, basically.
Yeah, I which that way they'll definitely have the budget to do whatever they need to do and
No, they won't.
hire.
Are you kidding? Warner Brothers is like losing money. Well, no, I don't think they're losing money, but they were like,
They made some bad decisions,
they're basically working their way out of bankruptcy right now.
which is why they're like, let's do a Harry Potter show.
Mm-hmm.
They want to bring some of that
Which
back.
so the Harry
Uh,
Potter show is whatever, but
I believe it will definitely be live action, not animation.
yeah, I think it's gonna be live action.
Um, although I would love animated Harry Potter, um, but in some ways, live action is easier than animation. Um,
Hey, no worries. Better late than never.
I think we could. I think we could see some guest appearances from the original cast. Not Emma Watson, not Daniel Radcliffe, because they've made their stance very clear. Um, but Rupert Grint has definitely expressed interest, so we may see him in there somewhere. Um, who knows about other characters? I mean, other actors are now, unfortunately, dead.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. I love you. Um, Rest in peace, Robbie Coltrane. I love you too. Not as much as Alan Rickman, but still. Um,
Hagrid's gonna be another one that's hard to fill the shoes of.
oh my God, because he was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one thing. Like some of those actors and those characters were perfect. Robbie Coltrane was perfect. Uh,
The actor,
Kenneth Branagh as Lockhart was perfect.
the actor who I think could play Hagrid, and they wouldn't have to do much with, is the actor who played Hodor. The only problem is I really don't know how well he can act because the only thing I've seen him in is Game of Thrones, and he just says one word
The whole
entire
time, yeah. But
series.
but he's got the build and the look.
That's what I mean. There's not much work that they have to do.
He just has to be able to really act. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Luna, the actress that plays Luna, to play Trelawney.
I could see that.
I could actually really see that.
We were talking about who we'd want, and Trelawney was one of those that we couldn't figure out. We really had no clue, but that actually works out really well. I could definitely see.
I could definitely see, yeah. I can't think of her name right now, but yeah, Luna as Trelawney could actually be great. I would love that.
I think Daniel Radcliffe could just like guest star as like Harry's dad, play James Potter, and like the little flashbacks.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see
He's
that.
like the perfect age now. He's the original Harry Potter. He kind of fits the mold of it. But like we were saying, unless they go for a more diverse look, uh, it would be an interesting thing to have him fit in that role.
I would actually really love like a BBC PBS style Harry Potter. Like soup. Yeah. Melanie, I am feeling you on that one. Like a very BBC miniseries Harry Potter. I would love that. Like super British. Oh my God. I feel like that would be so good. Oh my God. I'm thinking of like BBC Pride and Prejudice, BBC Sense and Sensibility. I'm like, oh my God. A BBC series would be so good. Ah!
I mean, we're coming up with actors in our head and we're not restraining ourselves to just British actors, but since now we know that Rowling will be involved, it's probably gonna be just a full British cast.
Listen, you guys need to start petitioning and gathering support for me to play Umbridge. Okay?
If anyone asks, she's British.
Because I think there are not many characters I could potentially play, but I really do think I could play Umbridge. Like, really well.
If anyone out there knows how to make a fake passport, fake ID,
If they restrict it to just
don't
people
email
from the
us.
UK.
Wink, wink. We're not interested.
Yeah, Radcliffe is too old at this point. He really is too old.
He was 21 when he died, so was Lily. Radcliffe is in his 30s. Yeah, but old was the actor that played Harry's dad?
Right, but that was part of the problem with the movies was that they looked too old.
Fair.
They looked like mid-30s, and that was like part of the issue. Like I remember seeing his parents in the mirror in the movie and going, "They look old. They do not look."
I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, guys, just put it out there. This one right here would be a great Umbridge. Just saying.
But I mean, the whole age thing also with the CGI that they have now, I don't really think age is too much of a factor. They can always make you look younger or older.
Hire someone who's young enough instead? Because I feel like that costs a lot of money, and all your CGI is going to go to dragons and spells and
Yeah, maybe.
people. In theory.
That is one thing HBO does really well. Like, they've got their CGI and special effects on point lately.
They really have. Okay, so this is part of what gives me hope for HBO doing this show, is that after the massive disappointment that was Game of Thrones, we then got House of the Dragon. And the CGI was so on point, and the story, like they stuck to the source material to the best of their ability to translate it into TV, and it was really, really well done. And I'm like, if you can do what you did with House of the Dragon with Harry Potter, chef's kiss.
Yeah, that is one of my optimism points with this, is the fact that HBO is doing it, and they have a really good track record with shows adapting other
source material
to the shows. You have like Doom Patrol, you have Dune, you have the House of the Dragon, you have Game of Thrones before season 5.
Dune was not HBO though.
It was Warner Brothers though.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so basically,
I feel like though. I feel like Dune is a special case.
I think
though,
it was
because the director
produced by Legendary and distributed by Warner Brothers.
The director had a lot of stipulations and creative control before he even signed on to do the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was.
I feel like we're missing a show. Oh, The Last of Us.
They
did the impossible. They resurrected the zombie genre, no pun intended, and they also made a video game adaptation that was not just good, but great.
Yeah.
So they have a really good track record. I'm optimistic. But one caveat, none of those have ended yet. They have shown that they cannot finish. They can't stick the landing.
Well, in Game of Thrones defense, kind of, I guess. Not even really. I'm not in HBO's defense with Game of Thrones, there is not an ending to adapt. However, HBO did say, we will give you as many seasons as you need.
Mhm.
And then the writers were just like, yeah, no, we want to do Star Wars.
That's true. All the books
But
have been finished. I'm still a firm
just
believer. My theory is that Martin basically told him how it was supposed to end. I think everything ended the way it was supposed to. I think they just rushed the story in between.
well, it's part of what made the end of Game of Thrones from season 5 on so bad wasn't even about what happened, but about how it was written and how it happened. Like you could have had those events happen and have it be compelling, but the writing was garbage. Not to mention the one episode where you literally couldn't see what was happening, and all the plot armor on all the
great
characters.
lighting strike of season 8.
But
You
this
can't
is
say
true,
it's bad CGI if you can't see anything.
right? But this is true in this case. They have all the source material that they need. It's all done.
Yeah.
It's all in there. They they can keep everything consistent because you're not going to change directors like halfway through and have 5 different directors and blah blah blah.
Entire student body tomorrow on my life with cerebral palsy. Second time I've done public speaking. Fingers crossed. Good luck.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
That sounds awesome. You're gonna nail it.
Gabe also said before that my love for Snape is the reason why they have truly tried to understand his perspective.
Well, look at that. Your passion is contagious.
That's right. Snape passion is good passion.
There's something else I was gonna say though, and now I just got off topic.
Snape does that. He has that effect.
Yeah,
Potter.
that's Snape. Just Alan Rickman.
Okay.
Just grease got in my eyes, and I'm disoriented.
I understand. It's fine. When you're ready, it's okay.
No, let's move on to something else. I'm not gonna remember it. It'll come to me at the most
Worst possible
inopportune time. I'm sure.
Still trying to read and it's hard, and I'm like, I should just go and get my glasses because I can't see. I can see, but I can't see. It's getting harder to see.
I mean, I can read it to you if you want, or you want me to move it over to the other monitor?
No, don't read it to me. Like
You read to me. I can read to you.
Yeah, but that was classic literature. This is just chat. Come on now.
Stuntman that got paralyzed. He is smart home. Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I mean, that is pretty cool. A smart house? That is pretty cool.
You would never live in that. You're so
All right.
anti-technology.
No, I would not. I would not live in a smart home. But I also would not need to either. If I was paralyzed, maybe I would. But I'm not, and I don't like all the technology. It weirds me out. I don't want a smart house. Ew. Here's a question. Who would you guys want to play Lord Voldemort?
Oh, yeah.
I want to know who you guys would cast to play Lord Voldemort.
While you think about that, I also, since we're talking about reboots and stuff, and this kind of goes in line with the Harry Potter one because it's one of the reasons why I'm a little pessimistic. Okay. They're talking about rebooting Lord of the Rings, doing another.
I saw that.
Movie.
I saw that.
It's not
that they're talking about maybe
it hasn't
trying
been official, but they talked about it in like their stockholder meeting or something like that. And that in combination with this kind of reeks a bit of desperation knowing what position Warner Brothers is in financially. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like,
is that a property?
What, Lord of the Rings?
Warner Brothers owns Lord of the Rings too? No.
I'm pretty sure.
The hell? That's why they're extending all the copyright dates and all this shit.
I'm pretty sure they own most of the rights. That's why Amazon couldn't get like all of the rights to the Silmarillion because they had to negotiate with them or counter negotiate or something like that. But
Okay, yeah.
Either way, because Harry Potter needed a reboot. Like
It
was
did.
bad.
I'm ready for more. I'm ready for better Potter. First two movies were so good, but like
Lord of the Rings movies, like I don't know how you redo it. Like
no, don't redo Lord of the Rings. Okay. Two things.
Like, I
First,
didn't think
Katie, I totally get your point. Just cast somebody who's totally unknown to play roles. Why not? Yeah, absolutely. I'm down for that. Second, the Lord of the Rings movies do not follow the books as closely as they could have.
No, I don't think they're perfect at all. But I think that the choices that they made for the movies were smart. Ones, and the movies all worked well.
I also feel like those movies, like, okay, they didn't follow the books perfectly, but I feel like they captured the spirit of what those stories are. They captured the idea, they got it.
And I also got to say,
in a lot of ways,
this might change. The reason why I don't like the idea of it is because they're talking about doing more movies. If they were going to do a TV show, by all means, because then they could throw all that stuff in there.
Yeah, you could do season by season, include everything, put Tom Bombadil in it, all that stuff. Yeah.
But
yeah,
the reason why I bring this up is because it reeks of desperation, and it makes me think of Disney with Star Wars. And
just a money grab.
I'm afraid that it's just a money grab, and then they're just going to violently fist this franchise harder and faster for every cent it's worth until the friction inevitably causes a fire and just burns it to the ground.
I hope not. Golden age of cinema was when you had practical effects with CGI. I am all about practical effects. I love practical effects. I would much rather see somebody with makeup and stuff than CGI'd up. It's just what I like. I just would. I love practical effects. I love makeup and all of that practical stuff over CGI. There's just something about it that's eternally charming to me. Even when it's bad, I still like it.
Why is Goblet of Fire Albus so damn angry? I don't know.
Because that actor never read the GD books. That's why. It is all so much better than CGI. Like a dude in a costume and a wig and some prosthetics and some makeup, I would much rather see that than someone in CGI. It's so much better.
You know who should play Dumbledore? This just popped into my mind. I gotta.
Yeah, the director didn't want to read the book.
He's in every other movie. Why not this one? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Dumbledore. He's almost 60. He's old enough. Harry, you think it's funny to put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Well, sir, it doesn't matter what you think. What spell was it that Dumbledore used against Voldemort? It's called the Rock Bottom. I'll teach you later, Harry.
Harry, do you smell Pensy is cooking? It was the director's fault. The director definitely. I mean, the director could have said, Michael Gambon, I don't care. You're going to read these books. Figure out who your character is. Darn it.
The Puppet Pals skit? Yes, we have.
Oh, yeah, we've seen the Harry Potter Puppet Pals. Oh, yes. And Gabe, if you have not watched a Harry Potter musical, by all means, you should do it.
All right, I need to catch up on chat real quick. Thinking about The Rock as Dumbledore just would be one Jack Dumbledore.
Anna, the only problem I would have with Mads Mikkelsen as Voldemort, he would just be too hot. He would just be too sexy.
You think
I don't
Voldemort's
think
hot anyways?
Well, because well, that's what I'm saying. Then you're going to turn it up a notch? I can't handle it. Don't do that to me. But then our pick, too. I guess there's just no winning. But Mads Mikkelsen as Voldemort, I'm thinking about that right now.
See, all I'm thinking, I have the Puppet Pals song stuck in my head now.
I'm just thinking about Hannibal Lecter as Voldemort, and it's delicious.
Snape. Severus Snape. Dumbledore.
See, now I'm thinking of a Harry Potter musical. Right? Katie's like, I'm all right with a hot Voldemort. Heck yeah. Hot Voldemort for the show. Let's do that. Me as Umbridge, hot Voldemort. That's the show we want.
Hot Voldemort, Jack Dumbledore.
Heck yeah. The Rock is Dumbledore. This is a great show. It would make Bella's behavior make sense. That's true.
Won't be
Keanu Reeves as Dumbledore. Ooh. Ooh, contender. Oh.
Look wise, I could see it, but no, I could not picture.
Man, Harry. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Keanu Reeves is Dumbledore. Keanu Reeves is too nice to be Dumbledore. He couldn't make the hard choices.
Have you seen the John Wick movies?
I don't know. I don't know if he's got it in him. No, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta watch them. They're like
I haven't seen any of them.
they're like good action movies.
I've heard. It's not that I don't want to watch them. I just haven't.
Like they're a little over the top and outrageous, but
they're supposed to be
so good.
Aren't they supposed to be
Yeah.
though? Like that's the idea. Yeah. So I would watch them. I just haven't.
And then like
So are we doing our most ridiculous casting?
it
Because
sounds like it, yeah.
all right, me as Umbridge, hot Voldemort, Rock as Dumbledore.
I still like if it were possible, Robin Williams as Umbridge
Oh, Robin Williams as Umbridge.
would be the greatest
If
thing ever.
if he were still here, Robin Williams as Umbridge. Hands down, no contest. Flat out. Absolutely. I can picture him in my head
I would start
as Umbridge.
I would
and
start
it's
up a
great.
protest to have him play Umbridge.
Oh my god. Winona Ryder as Bellatrix.
I'm pretty sure that's what we said actually. That yeah.
No, we said Ava Green
Oh, Ava Green
as
okay.
Bellatrix. But I could see Winona
Yeah,
Ryder.
that's a good one.
I feel like Ava Green just
Lawrence
has this
Fishburne Hagrid.
Harry, you can take the blue pill or the red pill. One will make you a wizard.
The other will make you a hippogriff. We started out with a serious conversation about
this was serious. We were going to talk about this show. And now Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is playing Dumbledore. What has happened? The crossover we didn't know we needed. I don't know what's happening anymore. This stream has just dissolved into silliness. I can't take it anymore though. I have to go get my glasses. Like
Okay.
I have to. I can't. I can see, but I can't see.
But speaking of Sirius, Sylvester Stallone as Sirius Black.
No.
Hey yo, Harry.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I refuse. Don't do that to Sirius. That's disgusting. Ew. You stop that right now. Ew. Spike Lee as Dobby. Oh my god, that's great.
Do you
Um,
want me to run out and get it since you're not reading
Anna
fans?
said Robert Pattinson as Sirius.
Robert Pattinson.
I think I said that one night. I was like, bring Robert Pattinson back and have him play like Sirius or somebody. I feel like I said that.
Did you want me to run out and grab
I
it?
can get him. It's
Okay.
fine. I'll get him.
Spike Lee voicing Creature. Oh yes.
Oh my god, who did we say we wanted to play Creature?
Andy Serkis. Andy
Yes, that's-
Serkis is Creature. Either that or Dobby.
What about Tonks? I don't know. What about her? What do you think?
Oh, Tonks. Who would that be? Are we? Oh, someone hot. That's true. Hey, Lupin does too. Tom Hardy is Creature. Yes. Who else? Maybe. Yeah. No, actually, that works really good. Andy Serkis would make a great Creature. That's like serious. I would want Andy Serkis to play Creature or Dobby. I think he could do a really good Dobby. But Tonks is a difficult one. I don't know many actresses that like I would see fit in that role. To Google. Scarlett Johansson. She's done with Marvel. Come over to Warner Brothers. Play Tonks. Yeah, I really don't know. John Lithgow. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Wait, Tonks is yeah, she is. Okay. Emma Watson. Oh, I just got told off for that one. Dobbs and Gollum. Yeah, pretty much. Dobby just doesn't have that like phlegm sound in the back of his throat when he talks.
I could voice Dobby. Who are we looking at here?
I just looked up actresses and just going through headshots basically, and
I could
seeing who
honestly
would, like,
actually
fit
see.
Tonks.
I could see Mila Kunis playing Bellatrix if they like made her up a little bit. Because Bellatrix is described as a woman who was once like extraordinarily beautiful, like been through some stuff.
Millie Bobby Brown could probably play Tonks.
How old is she now?
Isn't she like in her early 20s, mid 20s?
By now, yeah, probably. She could play Tonks.
Yeah.
She would actually be a great Tonks. She's like spunky and quirky. She could play Tonks.
I like how all the actors and actresses we tend to pick, like being serious about the roles, they're all British. We're like,
Well,
we're
because
gonna
they-
leave it open, and if we decide on actor or actress that isn't,
Patrick Stewart as Dumbledore is a great choice. Oh my gosh, I love that.
I could see that.
Patrick Stewart as Dumbledore, I really, really like that. Actually, a lot.
I
Like
I
I'm
definitely-
picturing him right now. He's got like the twinkling blue eyes and everything. Oh my god, that would be so good. Oh my god, I'm sold. Patrick Stewart as Dumbledore. Love that. And then you don't have the like Gandalf confusion. Patrick Stewart as Dumbledore. Did you see
People
that?
would still confuse it. Are you kidding me?
Did you see that Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn in the new Joker movie?
Yeah.
Totally off topic. Sorry. Yeah, he has that softly like. Patrick Stewart could really play that like soothing, calm Dumbledore. That kind of gentle voice. Oh my god, he would be perfect. I'm sold. Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart, Dumbledore.
Yeah, because he could also give it when he needs to give it.
Sorry, Dwayne. Just didn't work out this time.
Right. Katie literally said what I just said. Like, he can bring it when he has to. Also classically trained. Yep.
All right, just one last funny
Yes.
one.
Okay. Real quick, Gabe. Yes. So I had this conversation with a coworker. The proper way to pronounce Voldemort's name is with a silent T. They do not do this in the movies, but it is actually supposed to be a silent T, so it is supposed to be Voldemort.
Because his name is French.
Because his name is French.
Voldemort is French.
It is. So there it is, everybody. Do not pronounce the T. And it's really funny because my coworker said that it drives her nuts when people don't pronounce the T because she grew up listening to it from the movies and stuff. And I said, but it's not supposed to be pronounced that way. It's a French name. You don't pronounce the consonant at the end of the word. It's Voldemort. And she's like, I know it's correct, but I don't like it. And I'm like, I hate the T. Every time someone says Voldemort, I want to wince. It hurts me.
Should they get a French guy?
No, don't.
They kind of could, because I think Timothée Chalamet would be a great young Voldemort.
Timothée Chalamet would be a great Tom Riddle. Oh my god, I can picture him at Hepzibah Smith's house right now.
Yeah, so
and it's great.
Meet you halfway there. Yes, you should.
But I'm, yeah, right. I hope so. I hope they pronounce it properly. Yes, Melanie. Malfoy was one of the ones I picked up on. Voldemort and Malfoy were the two biggies for me. Malfoy was one of those ones where I was just like, I had to look up the meaning of the name Malfoy. I was just like, what is this? I need to know. And then I just started looking up like all kinds of names and it just how much she took from so much literature to come up with all these names for all these characters. And it's very interesting. I did not know she was part French. That's very funny.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Also, I was waiting for him to start. Nice, Melanie. I think name meanings and origins are really fascinating. I'm really into it. Potter especially, like any name you can look at and there's a meaning behind almost all the names. And I think it's so fun and fascinating to look at them. And I've looked up like the meaning of other people's names and my name and the origins of my name, and I think it's all very interesting.
Hey, Vane. How's it going?
But let's all say that at least for one casting, we can agree.
We can?
Alan Tudyk plays Nagini.
Yes, Alan Tudyk plays Nagini.
Yes.
And the snake from the zoo.
And the snake from the zoo. Yes, and the boa from the zoo. Please and thank you.
He is signed with Warner Brothers. He plays the Joker, and he's in Doom Patrol.
Okay,
Nobody.
he has to play Nagini. Oh, Nagini, the boa constrictor from the zoo, and
Buckbeak.
Okay, I wasn't going to say Buckbeak, but yes, Buckbeak and Trevor the Toad.
Yes.
He must play Trevor the Toad. Well, Melanie, Alan Tudyk is like known for doing animal sounds for movies.
Yeah, like most of the animals in any Disney movie, Alan Tudyk plays them. Like
He
in
does.
Moana, Hey Hey, the chicken, is Alan Tudyk doing all the noises. And then in Raya and the Last Dragon, he is the big, like, armadillo-looking thing, Tuk Tuk, who has no words, doesn't speak, just grunts and
Noises.
yeah.
Yeah. There are voice actors that make that just do animal noises. One of the most famous is Frank Welker, who I absolutely love because he plays Megatron. But Frank Welker did all of the lion roars in The Lion King. It was him and a couple of trash can lids, and he did all the lion roars. So you have like actors who actually make all these animal noises, and Frank Welker was the guy. So Frank Welker played Megatron. He played Fred from Scooby-Doo. He's done so many voices, it's kind of crazy. And he also did the lions in The Lion King.
Oh, I hope that they'll represent Harry's parents close to their actual ages when they died. Yeah, this is something we were just talking about a
Amber,
little while ago.
we definitely talked about this, that they looked way too old in the films.
I suggested Daniel Radcliffe make a cameo as James Potter, and you shot me down on that one.
Yeah. I would love that. I hope they cast a kid with green eyes. I want them to cast a kid with green eyes. Having green eyes myself, I would like to see it.
No worries, you're good, Amber.
Even though I know that green eyes are more recessive than blue.
Yeah, they're a lot more rare.
Yeah.
They run in my family, though.
Well, both of my parents had brown eyes, and I have green, so there's that. I, I I used to always think that blue eyes were the most recessive. And then I took classes and learned things and found out that green eyes are actually the most recessive color. And then I felt like, oh, wow, look at me. I'm rare. And then I found out that of all populations, there are other populations that tend to have a lot of green eyes, but one of the populations on the planet that tend to have people with green eyes more than others are Russians.
Oh.
So like it's just like a thing in Russia specifically that a lot of people have green eyes, and I do have Russian heritage, so I'm just like, okay, there it is, I guess.
I don't really know much about that other than that, like, humans originally just everyone had brown eyes when we first evolved. But
Well, that makes sense given animals and evolution.
I also know if you're from Swedish heritage, you have like a 70% higher chance of having twins.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Or maybe
right?
it was Switzerland. It was a Nordic country that started with an S.
Switzerland is not a Nordic country.
I thought it was up. No, it isn't.
No,
Yeah,
it's like
Swiss
smack
Alps.
dab
Yeah,
in the middle of Europe.
fair enough. It was one of those countries, though.
A Nordic country?
No, Switzerland or Sweden.
Oh, one of the two.
Yeah. Just had a brain fart on my geography there for a second.
Yes, Katie, I agree. You have to have. I would very much like to see whoever plays Lily and whoever plays Harry to have the same eyes, at least the same color. You could even CGI that if you have to.
Well, that's one of the reasons that Rowling was okay with Daniel Radcliffe playing Harry when they found out that he was allergic to the contacts, because him and the mother actor still had the same eyes. So she said, that's fine. As long as they have the same eyes, it's okay.
I think it's very important that they have the same eyes. I would agree. I want Hermione to have bushy hair. I agree. Harry's messy hair, absolutely. My sister Becky, who is light skinned, has hazel eyes, and my mom said Becky's eyes would turn green when she cried or got upset. You know what's really funny, Melanie, is um depending on what I'm wearing, like I have green eyes, but depending on the color that I'm wearing, some people think my eyes are green, some people think my eyes are hazel, blue, or even some people think my eyes are purple. I've had people tell me that they think my eyes are purple, and I'm like, it depends on what I'm wearing sometimes, but at their core, they are green. But I guess they look different sometimes.
There is like a weird mutation. Some people do have purple eyes, I think.
Elizabeth Taylor had purple eyes. Elizabeth Taylor had such blue eyes. They were so blue that they were purple, and she had a genetic mutation that she had like 2 rows of eyelashes.
Oh. No dust getting in those eyes. Oh my god, you know when you get an eyelash in your eye? That must have just been
But dang, if she wasn't like the most beautiful woman to have ever walked the earth. Now we know why. She was plagued by genetic mutations. So girls, don't feel bad when you're like, I want to look like Elizabeth Taylor. Them eyes was mutated. Absolutely gorgeous, but mutated. She had 2 rows of eyelashes. That's why she looked as good as she did. But yeah, her. If you ever like look at her movies
Mutations are beautiful.
They can be.
X-Men's logo.
If you ever watch her movies or look at any
X-Men's Did I just say slogo?
I
just tried to say logo and slogan at the same time. X-Men slogan. And hey, Dan. Glad you dropped in to say hi.
Yeah.
Tell your nephew we say hi.
Gabe says that they heard Rowling was personally upset with Emma's casting because she was too pretty.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know about that, but she definitely became too pretty as the series went on.
I do know with Emma's casting they tried to do the buck teeth, but like her dentures made it so she couldn't say her lines, so they had to get rid of them.
Which is fine, but like she had the bushy hair in the first 2 movies, and then they just like gave her a makeover and made her the hot girl in all the rest of the movies, and it's like that is not who Hermione is. But okay.
That shampoo does wonders.
She only used it once. She didn't use
That's
it
all
in.
You need.
Yeah, but in movie 3, her hair was a lot more calm, and she did not use it in 3. She used it in 4 one time.
That's why Harry's parents didn't have all that money. You only have to use it once, and then you don't have to buy it anymore. It's bad business. The money was running out. No, because Harry only had enough money to get through Hogwarts.
Oh, he had more than enough to get through Hogwarts.
Yeah.
He had way more than enough. Right, that's what I'm saying. Hermione didn't care about her appearance, but from the movies on, like, once we started with 3, she was, like, perfectly manicured in every scene, and I'm just like, that is not Hermione. That is Hollywood taking over and not being true to the character at all.
I did, in my research for this video, find out that Emma Watson did not want to play Hermione. I did find that out. Hence why her acting probably slumped. Apparently, like, it was a whole thing. Like, she didn't want to go to the casting. Her mother basically dragged her there, kicking and screaming. Then she got casted. And she said she, like, hated it.
Well, maybe that's why her acting is still bad. So if she hated it, why is she still doing it? Although she's not really acting anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She's very much more of an activist now, really.
It will be interesting to see who they cast, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just going to get random kids. I don't really know any actors that would fit the roles, so it's just going to be random people, and hopefully they work.
Well, with the kids, the nice thing is you can do what you did with the first series and scout around. You could find some really good talent, because how many 11-year-olds out there are out there, or even younger than 11, you know?
Want to be the next Harry Potter.
Like you have
Gonna
Emma
be fights
Watson.
in the street.
You have Emma Watson who didn't want to play the role, hated it, hated every minute of it. Um, oh, I thought Emma Watson was terrible. I absolutely thought she was awful. But then you have someone like Tom Felton who was like so into it and so about it. And you can kind of see it in his like he was really good as Draco Malfoy.
He's still into it. That's like
He's
isn't
still
that
into
the
it.
only thing he's ever done? Like, has he been in anything else?
I'm not
Pretty
sure.
he just did Harry Potter and was like, good.
But he was really, really good.
You want to act in another role? Nope. See me in the first one? Nailed it. I think he's definitely going to come back though.
Oh yeah, he was. He was in the Planet of the Apes movie.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. He was the like janitor guy.
Janitor 2.
He was in the movie. He was in when Caesar when they bring Caesar to the place and let him go. He's like one of the caretakers. And he's mean to all the apes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
Okay, so he has been in roles. He's just been in like these roles that I haven't really noticed.
Yeah, he's in the movie for like 10 minutes.
That's what I mean. Janitor number 2, scene 5.
The point is, he was into it. He was all about it.
And also the point is
it was obvious on screen. Emma Watson was not into it, and it's very obvious on screen.
I bet you Tom Felton's going to come back for a part. Tom Felton as Lucius Malfoy.
Maybe. Why not? Yes, I did. I did hear that about Luna Lovegood.
Oh, no, I did not hear that.
Yeah, she actually had a lot of struggles before she was cast in the role of Luna Lovegood. Like she had a lot of stuff to deal with, and then she got it together and auditioned for the role. And you're thinking it's perfect, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm just picturing J.K. Rowling. Oh well, this girl couldn't come because she got admitted to a psych ward. What part was she auditioning for? Luna Lovegood. I'll wait.
Katie said that she had severe anorexia.
Oh. Well, now it's not quite as funny.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But still, just picturing Rowling, like, I'll wait. I need this girl. She doesn't even have to act.
I mean, good for her. It's tough to beat. It's tough to get over. And she killed it. She nailed it.
Oh yeah, she was a great Luna. And like we said earlier on, I think she would make a great Trelawney.
She would make a great Trelawney. So she was a massive Potter fan, and Luna was her favorite character.
Oh, now see, that's awesome. The fact that she was a fan and then got to play her favorite character. It's perfect.
I can't play my favorite character, but I could play Umbridge.
Why couldn't you play your favorite character?
My favorite character is Snape.
Okay, so gender swap.
Oh no, I don't have the build. I'm not built for that.
It's all about camera angles. They'll make you look taller.
No, I feel like I'm a better Umbridge. I feel like I could just play Umbridge better. I'm getting a rib issue.
I'm sorry.
I need to like stand up.
Okay. Did we talk about who would play Snape? I feel like we didn't. Tom Felton as Snape? Oh, hey, that's actually not bad. You'd have to again, he would have to dye his hair. That poor guy, he's just shave it. At this point, he can play Voldemort, just cut it all off. Snape's like a hard one. Who did we say? I feel like Oh yeah, our idea was Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston as Snape, I think would work, but Tom Hiddleston could also play a really good Voldemort, I think, or Sirius. Well, maybe Sirius. Wig would be better. Yeah, he could do a wig. Wait, so they did a wig for Rickman, but poor Tom Felton, they're like, nah, we need to dye it. You don't get a wig. Our wig budget has been spent. Um, who was I thinking of? Oh yeah, Driver is too tall and imposing. I think he would be a great Snape. He already has that like scowling nature that he learned from Draco. No, Tom Felton. Or were you talking about Driver? Because Driver could. He might be a little too old. But like I said, we have CGI. To- Tobey Maguire as Lupin. Oh, I didn't think of that. That could work. Tobey Maguire? No. Tobey Maguire isn't. Tobey Maguire could do it. Or James McAvoy, I think, would do a great Lupin. And let's face it, he's already played Stephen Fry as Peeves. That's actually really good. Peeves is a hard one. The guy that played Voldemort in the movies wants to stay Voldemort in the reboot. How old is he? I mean, he wears so much makeup in CGI, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Oh, I say something about making a character look younger, and it's no, but Ray Fiennes. Oh yeah, bring him back. Let's get that CGI artist working. And for Sirius Black, I mean, who better than the internet's daddy, Pedro Pascal? Once again, he comes and stars as a father figure for an orphan that he must care for and lead through life. Like, it's the part he was born to play, apparently. Willem Dafoe as Snape. Willem Dafoe, once again, I guess doesn't really matter because Snape has so much makeup. Willem Dafoe's pretty old, but yeah, he would do a pretty good job. He did such a good job in Spider-Man as the Green Goblin. So creepy. And he just has that look, like that emaciated, like super skinny, tapering face. Willem Dafoe would be good. Yeah, Voldemort is in his 70s, technically. But I guess kind of in his 70s, but, you know, he was just a spirit for, 13 years of that. So, you know, he's mid 50s. And then he gets a whole new body. So, really, he's only like, a few months old at the end of the movie. Physically. Hetty is either Bellatrix or Narcissa. I can't think of what she looks like. Let me look that up real quick. Oh, Cersei. I forgot that's it. Yeah, I could definitely see her. I feel like she could do Narcissa. Definitely. Or Bellatrix. She's so good as Cersei, like being the, crazy. I could see it. Either one. Voldy's in his 60s for most of the series, yeah. Who haven't we talked about? I feel like that's pretty much the whole cast, isn't it? I mean, I guess the small characters like Flitwick. Yeah, Peter Dinklage is Flitwick. Cersei could do young Lily. Uh, yeah, no, she's too old. I think. How old is she? She's 49 years old. We were saying Narcissa or Bellatrix. The guy that played Ramsay Bolton as Snape. Oh, maybe. He was so crazy. He doesn't look anything like Voldemort, but he could play that part so well. I would love to see him as Voldemort, even though he just doesn't look like the character. Just from an acting standpoint, he would be amazing. That's it. We just got to cast Ramsay Bolton as Voldemort and just full CGI Voldemort. No makeup, just motion capture the whole way. Oh no, she's too old. Never mind. I was going to say Rose Leslie as Lily Potter, but apparently she's in her mid 30s. I mean, she looks like she could pass as 20. Yeah.
I feel better.
Like, look.
That was awful. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. Sorry.
And once again, we're picking an actress from the UK. Everyone we pick. Like, oh no, we'll pick some American actors. No, all the best actors are British.
Did you mention who our pick was for Voldemort?
No, who was it? I don't remember
All right,
now.
brace yourselves. Benedict Cumberbatch as Voldemort.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
The actress who played Sansa, yeah, Sophie Turner would be closer. I think she's like right at the age too.
She would be closer. She's not 21, but I think she's like 23 or 24. My mic is very low. I was also speaking very quietly.
Hold on. No, you moved away. I just muted your mic so that.
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch as Voldemort.
Yes, Benedict Cumberbatch would make a great Voldemort.
Come on, think about it, guys. Think about it for 5 minutes. You know you'll love it.
And who else was it? Oh, McGonagall we haven't talked about.
Could see it. That's right. He muted me before. That's why. Because I walked away because I was having issues in my tissues.
I just didn't want there to be an echo or anything, so just muted her mic while she was gone. My paper is over there with who we wrote down. I forgot. Who was it? I wrote down Where is she? Oh yeah. Okay. Meryl Streep as McGonagall. But I think once again you're gonna say too old. Oh, okay.
Suggested it. Emma Thompson as McGonagall.
Another actress I can't think of what she looks like.
She played Trelawney.
Yeah, I can see it. She'd be like the right age too now.
I feel like people would still see her as Trelawney, though.
That's the problem with having like characters come back, like Tom Felton playing Snape and stuff.
People will always see him as Draco. Yeah.
It's a problem.
Or even have him playing Lucius. That it would still, they would still see Draco.
That's
So-
why like Rupert Grint as Arthur doesn't quite work. I think it
But
would work, but
it kind
when
of
you
does
separate it,
though. But yeah.
I think it's better to have him come back for like little cameos.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the actress that played Ginny Weasley? She could be Lily.
That's not.
Maybe she got better.
That's
And
just.
she only
not.
has to be there for like a minute.
Let's not.
She literally has to stand there, die, and then look
Let's
adoringly at Harry in the mirror, and
not.
boom, that's all.
Let's
Doesn't even have to
not.
say a word.
No, because I'll just have flashbacks to where she bends down and ties Harry's shoe.
That's a very motherly thing for her to do.
Or when she shoves food in his mouth and it's awkward AF. No.
Feeding her baby.
Ew.
Everything she does screams
Why are
mother.
you-
That's
why
why
are
it's
you-
so weird.
Why
She was
are
cast
you
for the wrong role.
Why are you doing this? I don't like it. Stop it. Gross. Yucky. Nick.
You know, stepping away from serious casting, going back to
Yeah,
you know,
Lily does appear more frequently. And Vane, to your point, the kid that played Joffrey doesn't act anymore. He literally played that part and called it good. So
now he like travels the world helping people. I forget what organization he works with, but he works with a charity organization now.
he has no
Last I knew.
interest in acting, but that was not a bad idea for Lucius. I do not ship Harry and Luna. No, I do not. I am fully happy with Harry and Ginny.
I'm much more of a believer that Luna and Neville would be together.
I don't think so.
I'm not saying it's like a perfect match. I'm just saying it's more likely.
Yes, P.S. We did talk about that before, that all the actors are just too old now, and that we all hope that the Marauders and the Potters are younger in the series, as they should be, because love Alan Rickman to pieces, but he did not look 34.
That so this was another thing. Not about the casting, but it just made me think of one of the other issues I kind of had. They're rebooting it. It deserves a reboot, but I would have also liked to see them do some original content. Like redo Harry Potter, okay, but why not, do a Marauders show? Why not do like the
The Founders.
story of the Founders? Yeah, I mean, it's coming. That goes back to my point too. I'm worried that they're gonna do what Disney did with Star Wars and just just producing all of this stuff, and it gets to a point where it's just like, okay, enough.
I have not watched Supernatural to say whether or not I feel like Misha Collins would be a good Sirius or not.
Look wise, I think he fits the bill.
I mean, he
But
could
yeah,
look
I don't
the
know his
part.
acting.
I don't know about that. I've never watched Supernatural. Oh, I still have very vivid images in my head of how I pictured the characters. Um, because the movies hurt me so much that I can block them out. Took a long time, but I can block them out now.
I am hopeful about the casting just because
That's true, Katie.
the original casting was spot on. I mean, one of the biggest issues was Dumbledore, but that was the second casting. The first casting was perfect. The original Dumbledore,
Yeah,
killed it.
he was pretty much what I thought about
Yeah,
in my brain.
nailed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
With child actors, you never know what you're gonna get. You had Daniel Radcliffe on one end, and then you had Emma Watson on the other. It's not the casting director's fault, not even Emma's fault that she didn't want to act.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very
So
true.
the kids will be hit or miss, but I think as far as like the grown-up characters, I think they're gonna
There's
choose
plenty of established people, yeah.
the correct choice. And as we've seen, there's millions of choices.
When you pulled up that image of Rose Leslie, I just started thinking about who could Kit Harington play?
Kit
Honestly,
Harington could do serious.
Kit Harington could play Sirius. He really could. Honestly, he could.
I spent 13 years in Azkaban.
I've done my waiting. 13 years of it. In Azkaban. Yes. Nothing.
That'd be great.
Harry, come up north with me. Come live in my house. Break bread with me. We'll share mead.
This is my hippogriff ghost.
This is my hippogriff ghost. We've shared a lot of experiences together. We've eaten rats together.
That would be great. I'd love it.
Honestly, yeah, I'm kind of. I mean, I'm being silly, but like Kit Harington is serious. Could work. It could.
They need to cast Kit Harington as serious so that Saturday Night Live can do that skit.
That's skit again. Yeah. I mean, I have always thought that Gary Oldman was very handsome, but yes, he was too old.
Yeah. They really just were like, I think they just chose good actors and kind of looked away from age.
I also think because of the space of time between filming, they needed to have actors that looked sufficiently older than the kids. And they were really trying very hard to distinguish adults from children. But the whole point is that James and Lily were so young. Remus was so young. They were all so young.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the point. But I think with this series, you have the opportunity to kind of cast those characters in the age group that they should be.
I just thought of another funny choice. As Lucius Malfoy, coming in the Harry Potter series. I forgot his name now.
Oh my god, all that buildup.
I know.
I was ready.
Okay, I remember. Henry Cavill.
Lucius Malfoy.
We already know he can pull off the blonde wig.
Father, Potter got on the Quidditch team and I didn't.
Fuck.
Father, where's Dobby?
It would be great.
Oh my god. Tormund.
Tormund.
Wait. Tormund as Arthur Weasley. Where's my Molly Wobbles? Where's she at?
Where's the big woman?
Where's the big woman? We're horrible. We need to stop. This is terrible.
Probably got fan mail in Azkaban from crazy fans because of his looks. Oh, definitely. A bunch of dark wizards just sending him, I love your work.
Honestly, I could see Gary Oldman playing like Nearly Headless Nick. If he was gonna do a ghost cameo, him playing Nearly Headless Nick would honestly be perfect. Because he counsels Harry about losing Sirius.
Yeah.
It would be kind of perfect.
And also, Sirius is dead now. Ghost, dead. Be perfect. I kind of
Ben
hope...
says Littlefinger Voldy. I can't.
Can't do his voice right now?
No, I need a minute.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of something to say. But I thought of a Cersei quote instead. What you need to understand is Horcruxes are a ladder.
7 rungs.
7 rungs to get to the top. And then, only then, do I conquer humanity.
Now I'm just trying to picture Varys as a character, and I can't think of anyone.
Varys? Oh my god. Oh my god, Varys as Trelawney. Oh my dear. You're going to break that cup in a moment, so go get one of the flowery ones on the top of the shelf, please and thank you.
Harry, a little bird told me that you've seen a Grim.
One of my little birds has counseled me to say that you were born in midwinter, yes? Oh, and by the way, Lavender, that thing that you are dreading to happen is going to happen in about 3 weeks' time. Oh my god, Varys is Slughorn? Oh my god. Harry, my boy. Harry, my boy. Listen. One of my little birds told me that you might want to enjoy coming to a slug club party. No, Robert Baratheon. No, Robert. What's that guy's name? The guy that plays Robert plays Slughorn. That's more accurate, I think. I can't think of the guy's name. I can picture him in my brain, but
I can't think of the actor's name either.
Harry, my boy, get my breastplate stretcher.
Game of Thrones Potter crossover.
The
crossover
crossover
we didn't know we needed.
We went from a Matrix crossover to a Game of Thrones crossover. We didn't know we did it, but we do. So who does Danny play? Wait, better yet, who does Jason Momoa play?
Well, Danny, I honestly...
No, Jason Momoa has to play a centaur. Pure and simple. That's the end of that discussion.
Friends.
Answered my own question. Jason Momoa is a centaur. No, I'm not taking any other suggestions.
The horses, yeah.
Gotta play a centaur. That's it.
Mars is bright tonight for pillaging.
Mars is bright tonight. Or a mer person. Ooh, or both. Yes, he could also be a mer person. Both. I like both. Have him just show up like twice randomly as both creatures.
Brienne would have to play Madame Maxime.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, she would.
Because isn't the actress actually like 6'5" or
She's
something?
yeah, she's really tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is really tall.
I'm
just big boned.
uh, on a serious note, I think Amelia Clark would actually be a pretty good Bellatrix.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, her as Bellatrix. My lord, what can I do for you, my lord? Be great. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Have the actress who
Uh,
played Galadriel as one of the centaurs just constantly looking like that. Just
running like this.
yeah, just God, I hated that so much.
Oh, it was the worst.
Coleman as McGonagall.
I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who that is. I'm enjoying having these I'm enjoying doing these Game of Thrones voices as Harry Potter characters though. Hopefully they translate and I'm good enough at doing the characters that you know who's who. God.
Olivia Colman. Oh yeah, I've seen her.
Oh dang,
She could
yeah, yeah.
definitely be
All right, I
McGonagall.
know who she is now. I know who she is. I just didn't know her name.
She fits it perfectly.
Samwell as Dobby. Mr. Harry, if I take this sock, it'll be the furthest away from home that I've ever been.
I think she meant Samuel Tarly,
Oh.
not Samwise.
Oh. Samwell Tarly. Oh. Oh, my bad. My bad. Sorry.
But that would be great, actually.
That would be because now I'm just thinking about
just
I
all the
I
hobbits.
can't carry you, Harry Potter, but I can save you. Oh, that's sad. I made it sad. I'm so sorry.
We're all having fun.
I
We're
made
all
it
having
sad.
a good
I'm
time.
sorry. Oh.
Petunia and Vernon.
Okay, not gonna lie. When we were talking about Petunia and Vernon, like we were having a really hard time with Petunia and Vernon. I feel like those are very hard casting choices, and
I kind of figured out Vernon. I think Brendan Fraser would be a good Vernon.
Shaw. What I can't think of her first name. The lady that played Petunia in the films, Shaw. Her last name is Shaw. I can't think of her first name, but she was so good.
She was.
That she wasn't blonde. Fiona Shaw. She was so good that it's very hard for me to like think of anyone else because even though she didn't have the blonde hair and stuff, she looked the part and she played it so well that it's very hard for me to like replace her in my brain. Tough. That one's hard. I could buy Brendan Fraser as Vernon Dursley. Like he would just not have to make it Doom Patrol funny. But I could see it. I could see it.
Right, like look wise, he kind of fits the bill for Vernon.
Wow. Melanie saw her on Broadway, Fiona Shaw, in a one-person play. That's really cool. That is really cool.
To be honest, I didn't even know the actress's name before this conversation, so I may have seen her in other things. I just didn't know.
I met Dan Aykroyd on Broadway when I went to see Lestat on Broadway. That happened.
Nice.
Got his autograph, I guess. It was. And Tom Hanks supposedly was in the audience somewhere, but I did not see him.
Ooh, who could Tom Hanks play? I feel like there's got to be someone for Tom Hanks. There's always someone for Tom Hanks.
Also,
Tom Hanks is Dumbledore.
I will fight you
Harry,
on this one.
life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
I will fight anyone on this. Brian Cox, I don't even care that he's a million years old because it would still hold water. Brian Cox as Mad Eye Moody, that's it.
Ooh, that's a good one. Who should play Mad Eye Moody?
Brian Cox. That's it. He is Mad Eye Moody. That's it.
I mean, he did
No
a great
discussion.
job, but
Katie's like, yes, Brian Cox. He is Mad Eye Moody. He's perfect. He is perfect. I remember when I was a little kid, I watched Braveheart for the first time. And that was the first time I saw Brian Cox in anything was Braveheart. And then I remember reading Harry Potter, and I remember reading Mad Eye Moody and going, "Oh my God, it's him! That's him! It's Brian! That's the guy. That is the guy." I will, if they don't cast Brian Cox to play Mad Eye Moody, he's already under contract with HBO. He's already there. Take him. Make him play Mad Eye Moody. He would be perfect.
okay, but sticking with our crossovers, what about Sirio Farrell as Mad Eye Moody? Sticking with the A Song of Ice and Fire crossovers.
You have to stick them with the pointy end. And say, Imperio! Silent as a cat. Quick as a mouse. I can tweet this idea, but I would have to have Twitter, and I do not. I suppose I could Instagram
Rob
it.
Stark for serious. Ooh, that would be a good one. Rob Stark is serious.
Yeah, that actually is really good. Rob Stark is serious. That's really good. I watched him play Prince Charming in the Disney remake of Cinderella, and he was very charming.
Oh.
He was very good. I could see him as serious as well.
Oh, no. So we wanted Ramsay Bolton as Voldemort. If that happens, we have to have the actor that played Theon as Wormtail.
Oh my God, what's that guy's name? Alfie Allen.
Alfie Allen, yeah.
Alfie Allen. Oh my God. He actually probably would be really good. He's a good actor. Yeah. Oh my God.
I know we couldn't figure out Wormtail, but he might fit.
He actually might fit. He's young enough.
Mm-hmm.
Wormtail, what is the price you paid for that hand? I paid the gold price, my lord.
Wormtail, would you like a sausage?
Lord of the Father. Lord of the enemy, whatever.
Bone of the Father.
Bone of the Father.
Blood
Sorry,
of
sorry. I got.
I just picture him walking up to the cauldron like Bone of the Father. All right, blood of the enemy. Peanut. Wait, what?
Not again.
Oh.
No, all jokes aside, though, Alfie Allen would be a great choice.
Oh man.
You would also, honestly, on the reverse side of the whole thing, like
why does the Game of Thrones actors fit so well? Like the crossovers are perfect.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh. Oh. The only serious one that we've had in the last 10 minutes, though, Brian Cox's Mad Eye Moody. We have to tell HBO. Oh, he would also be a good Quirrell.
Brian Cox or Alfie Allen?
Alfie Allen.
Yeah, I can see it.
He could be a good Quirrell as well. I think that's also good.
I think he would also be a good Lupin.
He could be a good Lupin. There, I feel like he's such a good actor, and he's of the right age that you could cast him in a number of roles, and he would really just do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
He really is very skilled.
He's in John Wick too.
Somebody did suggest before that Jamie should play Lockhart.
I think he's a little too old, but I also think that he would do a good job.
He would do a great
Yeah.
job. Well, it's never specified how old Lockhart is, but he is like a heartthrob. But Jamie was also a heartthrob.
Well, don't they talk about when he went to school though? So he's around James's age. Or maybe it wasn't specified in the books, but I think in canon they talk about how old he is.
Katie says, I think Lockhart is in his 30s. I think so. I think they were at school at the same time, just not in the same year.
Yeah.
So he would be,
I
in
remember
his 30s.
something along those lines.
Well, who did we say originally? The guy from the Kingsman,
Yeah.
right? And Sing. And I can't think of his name.
I can't remember his name either.
I don't want to say it because I'm going to ruin it. I'm going to butcher his name.
But
the guy from the Kingsman. Speaking of which, speaking of the Kingsman,
weird, I can't think of any actors with like those.
Colin Firth is a really, really good actor, and he's kind of an older actor. Oh my God, Colin Firth as Slughorn. Who's feeling that?
I gotta look him up. I don't remember this actor.
Who's feeling Colin Firth as Slughorn? Katie's like, I could see it.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Right?
He looks just like the actor who played Slughorn.
He does kind of look like Jim Broadbent, but you like chunk him out, make him super chunky, make him look old.
Yeah,
he could be Slughorn. Put a big old walrus mustache on him, and he's a really good actor.
No, I agree.
Taron Egerton, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Taron Egerton.
Lockhart. There you go.
Or you could have Pierce Brosnan.
Get Daniel Craig in there somewhere. Well, if we get Daniel Craig, we got to get Rachel Weisz. And if we get Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser, we got to get the rest of the cast from The Mummy.
Wait, what? Daniel Craig, the 007
Daniel Craig is
Bond.
married to Rachel Weisz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
How might you cast Colin Farrell? I know he's already in Fantastic Beasts, but who could he play in the Harry Potter show? You know, it's funny. There's a picture of Colin Farrell right there, and I'm like,
another Sirius?
He could be another Sirius. Yeah, he could honestly play Sirius.
I never realized how generic Sirius is until we started.
Well, he's supposed to be very handsome, and people in Hollywood are just very handsome.
That's true.
I agree. Colin Farrell was honestly the best thing about the first Fantastic Beasts movie. Him and Eddie Redmayne, they were the best bits.
But would it be weird to have Colin Farrell when he already played a role in Fantastic Beasts?
They're thinking about canceling those movies.
Yeah, I saw that too. But the article I saw where it was talking about it came out on April 1st, so I didn't know if I should believe it.
Anna says he should play Lucius. Oh my God. Daniel Day-Lewis as Dumbledore? Daniel Day-Lewis, honestly, as anyone. I would cast Daniel Day-Lewis to play anyone. I freaking love him. He is amazing. He is retired from acting, though. He's a cobbler in Italy with his wife.
So, this is kind of a joke, but I also think he could
I love him so much. He's so incredible. I love Daniel Day-Lewis, but yeah, he doesn't act anymore because he couldn't handle it. He gets so into character that he can't get back out. But I love him to pieces.
All right, so this is 40% a joke, but 60% I'm saying that I think he would nail the role.
You go ahead.
Jack Black is Slughorn.
I kind of love it.
Right?
I kind of love Jack Black as Slughorn. Oh my God.
That was the longest suspense
That's kind of great. So Katie, to kind of redirect real quick, I read after he like retired from acting, he moved to Italy with his wife, and he is a cobbler. That's what he does.
Jack Black.
Flynn's beard. I could see Jack Black as Slughorn. Oh my god. Did you know they're doing
he has that energy? He's about the right age.
He does have that energy.
He's got the look.
Yeah. Oh man. Did you know that they're doing School of Rock reunion?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god, Jack Black as Slughorn. Oh man. Oh man. I'm kind of feeling that. I mean, Colin Firth would be really good, but oh man, Jack Black. Dang. Oh, Ben says James McAvoy as Greyback.
I could see that. He's so good as the villain.
I mean, he killed it in
Was it
oh my
Glass?
God.
No.
No, the second one.
Unbreakable?
No, that's the first one.
What was the second one?
I can't remember the name of the second movie. But that Beast character. Yeah. Split,
yes. He played like 10 different roles in that.
He was so good. Perfect. Yeah, Split. No, Split. McAvoy as Greyback. Oh, he'd be so creepy.
I could see it. He could definitely do it.
He could do it. You got to give Okay, here's something that I hope that they do in the series is that I really hope they give Greyback pedophile vibes.
That's a weird thing to hope for. Just gonna throw it out there. That is one of the weirdest things I've ever heard you say.
He needs to have pedophile vibes. That's part of who Greyback is. He's like a metaphor for pedophilia, and that's why he's so disgusting and creepy. It like bleeds on the page that he's just like he's a pedophile, and it's all this whole thing, and I really want that to translate on the show.
If anyone can do it, McAvoy. I'm convinced he's one of the most underrated actors ever.
He's brilliant. He's very brilliant. Angela says they could picture Jack Black giving Aragog's eulogy.
Yes!
Yeah, he could kill it, honestly. Jack Black could kill it. To Aragog. Those eyes and face he makes sometimes. Oh, Adele is Celestina Warbeck. Why not?
Who's
not?
Celestina? Can't remember her name.
She is. She's a singer. She's a witch singer. She's on the radio and stuff. She could sing A Cauldron Full of Hot, Strong Love that Mrs. Weasley loves. Oh, Katie, I want to watch the His Dark Materials show, but I really got to finish the books first, I feel like. But I do want to watch it. You've said that the show is really good. I just have to finish the books first. I don't want to watch it without reading the books.
Watch the show first, then you're not disappointed when you read the books. You read the books first.
No, because then the characters from the show will be in my brain when I read the books. I want the characters to look like what I think they look like in my head.
Fair enough.
First.
That's one of the reasons why I don't want them to remake Lord of the Rings, because I watched Lord of the Rings before I read it.
Me too. I watched the first movie before I read the books. I watched the first movie, and then I read all of the books.
Yeah, so all those characters, in my mind, are from the movie.
Yep, Viggo Mortensen is Aragorn forever and always. Just is a thing. Oh, that's good. Okay, so it's a faithful adaptation. That's good to know. So if I read the books first, I won't be disappointed.
All right, there you go.
So that's good.
Now you know.
Now I know. So we got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Momoa, Jack Black.
As our spoof Harry Potter movie.
No one said anything about Benedict Cumberbatch as Voldemort. I'm kind of disappointed. Like, no one had any opinions about that.
So to round out our spoofed Harry Potter, Kevin Hart is Flitwick.
Kevin Hart is Flitwick. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Oh, that's okay, Katie. That was our pick. Benedict Cumberbatch as Voldemort. Gabe, as far as Sword Art Online goes, okay, I watched 2 seasons of Sword Art Online. I enjoyed the first season a lot. And then the second season just felt like a repeat of the same. And I just found there to be like a lot of fan service. And the main character felt kind of like a Mary Stew to me. So I stopped watching it.
Mary Stew?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I've heard that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have.
But really? I've heard a lot of good things about that.
I
never watched it, but
watched the
most
first season
people
and I liked
say
it.
they really like it.
I think the first season is actually genuinely good, and one of my coworkers and I were talking about this actually because he couldn't make it through the entire second season either for the same reason. Because the main character is like a normal high school Japanese kid,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden, all the girls in the entire show want him and think he's like the hottest thing ever, and he's like a 15-year-old Japanese kid.
Oh, okay. So what, are you saying that like Japanese kids can't be attractive or something?
I'm saying like literally every
Just
single
kidding.
Character wants you. Like, okay.
No, I
Oh, don't let that be the first anime. No, don't let that be your first anime. Don't pick a good anime. Pick a better one, bud. There's better anime to start with other than that one. No.
Why not start with that? Then you have places to go. Don't
What
watch
if
the
he's-
greatest anime of all time. then
But
it's
what
only
if they
downhill
watch
from
it and then
there.
they're like, I hate this. I'm never watching anime again.
You got me there.
Right? Like, watch a good one.
Well, what would you recommend for a starter anime? I feel like Attack on Titan is the very generic one.
Nah, I wouldn't even say I would not say that Attack on Titan should be your first anime. I would say something like Cowboy Bebop is a great anime to start with.
Yeah, that definitely is.
Cowboy Bebop is awesome.
My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia, even One Punch Man is very anime though. Like One Punch Man is great, but
One
it's
Punch
very
Man
anime.
makes fun of anime.
Yeah, that's what I mean by it's very anime.
Yeah, it's an
I
anime
feel like
that makes fun of itself. It's great.
if you watch One Punch Man, you should have already watched some anime prior to watching One Punch Man, so you can get the jokes. Yeah, One Punch Man is awesome. I would say Bleach, but Bleach is just so long. But Bleach is really, really good, and it is one of my all-time favorites. And I will tell everyone and their brother to watch Bleach, regardless. I just think Sword Art Online, the first season's good, and then you get into the second season, and it's just really disappointing. Oh, Death Note. Death Note is also a really good one, just because there's only so many episodes. Death Note is actually really good. I watched the whole thing. I really enjoyed Death Note. That's really good too.
If you want one that's going to take you a decade to finish, there's One Piece.
I'm not into One Piece. Ooh. Yep, Evangelion, Neon Genesis. Anything Evangelion is really good. We are talking about anime and not Harry Potter right now.
Imagine a Harry Potter anime.
Yes! Harry Potter, the anime? Oh my god. Voldemort. Harry Potter! This isn't even my final form! Give me the stone!
Harry at the end. Give me your power. Dropping a spirit bomb on Voldemort.
Expelliarmus! Daniel Craig. Oh, this one up here. I missed Timothy's thing before. Daniel Craig, only because he's British. Surely he could be some bureaucratic role, or we could use him for one scene and he could be the other minister. Sold. Daniel Craig as the other
I
minister.
could see that.
Heck yes. Heck yes.
I could kind of see Daniel Craig as Lucius, too.
No, other minister. I could see him as Lucius too, but I would rather see him as the other minister because I think it would be funnier.
Fair enough.
Daniel Craig is the other minister. That's what I'm here for. Yes, please. That.
Who would play Fudge? Now we're talking about Minister for Magic. Did we?
We picked a corn fudge. Maybe on the second sheet.
Oh, there. John Hatch. I can't read my own writing. Oh, John Hannah.
John Hannah.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know. You came up with it.
I did. Who the hell is that? I don't remember.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I didn't think of this person. YouTube has.
Oh,
presented-
Jonathan. Jonathan from The Mummy. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's
There's
right.
Katie. Yep. She says it. He's in The Mummy. He plays the brother.
That's right.
Yeah. Jonathan from The Mummy plays corn fudge. It's perfect.
I could definitely see him. You know who else Jack Black would be great as? The guy
Trelawney?
the guy who got
No, I'm just kidding.
Umbridge.
Oh my
He
god,
would
actually kind of, yeah. He kind of would be.
No, again, like serious note for Jack Black, he would be great as the guy who got eaten by the dragons. Forget his name. Starts with a B. Bagman.
Ludo Bagman. Oh my god, Jack Black as Ludo Bagman. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty great.
Oh, there's got to be like little.
Well,
Easter
hopefully
eggs.
at least Ludo Bagman is in this series. And Crouch and all of that stuff.
Well, they have to be. You
hope.
have these.
They weren't in the movie. So,
you
well,
have
I mean,
7
Crouch
seasons,
Senior was
you
in the
gotta
movie.
fill it in somehow.
I would hope so. I'm sorry, I'm coughing. Oh,
I definitely feel like there will be a lot of Easter eggs. They got
yeah,
it.
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure that they'll have lots of little things going off here and there.
Like maybe they'll be walking down to Hagrid's hut and there's just like a little stone that says "Here lies the
Robbie
spider."
Coltrane,
something.
yeah. It is almost 10 after 8, and I have to eat dinner.
So do I. Actually haven't eaten.
Okay. So I think unfortunately, even though we're having a great time.
And hey, this time we stayed on topic.
Oh, the original cast could be in all the portraits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who would be the fat lady?
There has to be one from the second movie of Lockhart painting a portrait of himself. That has to be somewhere.
Yeah.
That painting of Lockhart painting himself.
In the dark arts classroom.
Yeah,
It has
it's
to be
got to
in
be.
there.
Yeah, it's got to be hanging up in there somewhere. They got to do that. Put that in there somewhere.
Or like a painting of some guy getting chased by pixies.
Also, can we just say that not only should we petition for me to play Umbridge, but we should also petition Bailey to play Fluffy.
And J Action is Crookshanks.
And J Action should play Crookshanks. Just saying. Just thoughts, guys.
He's got the sass for it.
J Action definitely has a
It's
Crookshanks
just
personality.
Whether or not he's gonna wanna, act.
He'll be great. So that's what we got to do, guys. We got to let HBO know that we got characters right here in this house. Umbridge, Crookshanks, and Fluffy. Come on. DBD.
Well, yeah, it'd be great.
A 3-headed BD.
I would love it.
It'd be great.
Oh, I could probably play Hagrid then.
Can you do the voice?
Well, I'm not quite sure. Kind of. I work on it a little bit.
You gotta practice there a little bit.
That's the first time I've done it.
On that note, I think it's time to go so we
right.
can eat food because I'm hungry. Sorry, guys, but I'm hungry.
Oh, no worries. Well, it's been fun.
It has been fun.
All right. Can't end the stream. Lola's got me. All right, everyone, take care. We will see you Saturday, right? Or do you work Saturday? You work Saturday.
I work Saturday.
So are we going to do it Sunday or Saturday night?
Noelle's coming Saturday.
Okay, so we'll see you guys Sunday.
Yes, we will see you on Sunday, everyone. You are very welcome, Melanie. Good night, everyone.